TitleMatchNetwork.com.
We weren't kidding. We weren't being hyperbolic. A dream team here as it relates, well, to any division, but particularly the women's division here in VCW. The woman who has been the face of this division for the better part of several years. We would talk more about their accolades, but unfortunately, Hyena Hera and Angélica Risk deciding to attack before the bell. This match now officially underway, and we are seeing our first grasp of Angélica Risk here in a VCW ring.
I mean, this is smart for Angélica Risk and Hyena Hera to move fast and try to end this early. You know, Erica Leigh's had tremendous success, most recent Liberty Lottery champion. Nyla Rose, just an absolute powerhouse. The faster they can get here, get a win and get out, the better it is for Risk and Hera.
Well, Angélica Risk, whether intentional or not, immediately targeting a very weak part of Erica Leigh, who was on the shelf for the better part of a year with neck surgery. Only one there. And we saw in the opening salvo, Risk just slamming Leigh's head and neck into the turnbuckle. That is a rough way to start the match.
Absolutely. And I also want to point out, Jason, if you look on Erica's left hip, you can see just peeking out of her gear some kinesio tape, so perhaps an injury she's carrying there.
Now, Hyena Hera not even worrying about the kinesio tape, just immediately targeting the skull of Erica Leigh.
That's also very effective, to be clear.
Trying to give Erica Leigh, Hyena Hera has had issues with both Erica Leigh and Nyla Rose. A win over both of them in one match, that is career defining.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, this is, Hyena Hera has had several matches here in VCW. She has gone up against the best, and if she could beat these two women, the two best, I would argue, in the company, in a single match, it would be a real feather in the cap. Same for Angélica Risk.
Two there by Angélica Risk, put a little extra Cholula on that one, the spicy one. I wonder if Neil Sharkey is watching this match, salivating at the idea of a mixed tag match between the Spice Sal Esparza and the spicy one, Angélica Risk.
I think Neil Sharkey's watching every match. That's why he's so successful at what he does. Like him or not, he's very successful. In this match, right now, Hyena Hera and Angélica Risk are very successful in keeping Erica Leigh completely isolated on their side of the ring.
But before you sat down at the table, I was saying that this choice of bringing in Angélica Risk was meant to be an equalizer, a neutralizer, and so far, Angélica has done exactly that. We haven't seen the least bit of Nyla Rose in this match so far.
No, and that is clearly the best strategy for these two women, because bringing Nyla Rose into the match brings in the powerhouse and gets very quickly. So look at this!
Turn around for Erica Leigh, who is so quick, has great leg extension. Not that it matters when you're knocked to the ground.
I mean, Erica Leigh's height is clearly a massive advantage for her. She is the tallest person in this match, and she could very easily, it's much easier to get that tag with that long reach she has, but not from this corner.
Angélica Risk comes to us, a champion of her sister promotions on the Title Match Network. She's been a champion for over a year, so she's not going to be intimidated, has made appearances.
No, she's been under the bright lights before.
No, she's competed for Ring of Honor, she's competed for AEW, so she's no stranger to Nyla Rose. And the reason we bring that up is because she won't be intimidated by the stardom that Nyla Rose brings, which can be a game changer in and of itself.
Look, she may say she's not intimidated, Jason. I don't believe it. I think that it's hard to get in the ring with a woman like Nyla Rose and not be intimidated.
Really fighting for that suplex, earning it, great positioning in the ring.
Very impressive strength there.
Erica Leigh trying to use, as you mentioned, that range that she has to tag in her partners with her power. Big dorky loser. Those are fighting words.
I see Angélica's talking all kinds of trash in the ring, and right now backing it up, although a boot to the face is maybe going to change that.
Very intentionally, Erica Leigh. Wait a second, that's not Nyla Rose.
Some psychological warfare by Hyena Hera, but effective.
Using the big gal's own honk against her. That was quite the swap.
I mean, it just shows the familiarity that Hyena Hera has with Erica Leigh to know exactly how to cut into Erica Leigh's psychology just that fast and break any momentum she had.
Definitely a bond of aggression between Angélica Risk and Hyena Hera, and maybe this was originally a paid gig for Angélica Risk as a mercenary or American convenience, but we might be seeing the beginning of a very functional alliance.
Absolutely. I mean, so far they've been incredibly effective.
They heard that across state lines. That chop was massive.
So are these.
Erica Leigh trying to reply effectively.
Erica Leigh's been in this ring and been isolated for a very long time. She really needs to get a tag into Nyla Rose, if only get a breather for herself.
Nyla Rose letting her temper get the better of her, and this is providing the opportunity for Risk and Hera to have their way with Erica Leigh.
But that temper, that emotion is a huge benefit for Nyla, but moments like that show when it can be a real hindrance.
Of course, Erica Leigh has to defend herself, but it might be in her best interest to try and make a beeline as quickly as possible on her side of the ring.
Yeah, I don't fault her for trying to hurt her opponents, but right now, she sees got. Oh, and there's the tag to Nyla Rose!
Red Rover, send Nyla right over. The accolades speak for themselves, Brandon. Former AEW Women's Champion.
I mean, the presence speaks for herself. Nyla Rose is an incredible athlete.
And if you thought that Angélica Risk could trash talk, Nyla Rose has a tongue as sharp as her fists are hard.
Well, she'll also back it up by putting you through the mat.
Yeah, if you don't already know, go ahead and do it. I'm not one to basically, I refuse to call it X,
and
to recommend Twitter, but Nyla's a hell of a Twitter follow.
Yeah, and attempted double suplex by Hyena Hera and Angélica Risk there. And now instead of double choke slam.
Choke slams in stereo by the Virginia Dream Team.
I'm not sure anyone in the country, as I say, I'm not sure anyone in the country could beat this tag team of Erica Leigh and Nyla Rose. If they are truly clicking on all cylinders, they're working as a team, they are a dangerous duo.
Speaking to that Hyena, the scratch, and now Beast Bomb and Hyena Hera doing the necessary work, which barely effective.
It was enough to throw Nyla Rose off balance and stop the Beast Bomb from happening. That's the most important thing.
2 against 1 is the only odds that are going to work to try and take advantage of Nyla Rose, and now both piling on.
And why not? I mean, hey, if you do what you can to beat a woman as powerful as Nyla Rose, you win that match however you can. If it takes 2 people to cover her, you do it.
Appreciate the spirit, the tenacity of Risk and Hera, who know that this is a career-making potential victory. They're scouts watching every one of Nyla Rose's matches outside of AEW. If someone gets a victory over her, they may be getting a call from some very prominent initials in the future.
Oh, very impressive. Oh, a neckbreaker putting Angélica Risk with DDT, and now Erica Leigh tagged back in. Had a chance to catch her breath on the apron.
Unfortunate friendly fire. Now the big gal with the big feet. That's that leg extension we talked about. The strikes.
And a heel straight to the face of Hyena Hera. Not sure what Erica Leigh's setting up for here.
Hyenas and birds are not natural enemies in the wild, but boy, it sure is fun to see them fight here. Because one's a hyena and the other one's the big bird.
Yeah, gotta guess.
So they both represent animal. Anyway, we're here. It's all good.
Well, Hyena's staying perched on the top rope, a dangerous place to be.
And that's the leg extension of Erica Leigh.
Erica Leigh, Hyena Hera desperately trying to fly out of this and succeeding, getting a good elbow shot to the side of Erica Leigh's head. But here comes Nyla Rose to do it instead. Massive Samoan drop there.
And Angélica Risk with that reverse X Factor. Oh boy, that was spicy. That was one spicy.
And very smartly dragging Hyena Hera into the cover. This could be it. I think Erica Leigh's out.
And Angélica Risk may have stolen this one. If she just got out of her own way, she could have stolen this victory.
And maybe it took a little too long getting out of the ring and talking smack to the referee. Certainly taking a little too long.
There we go, yes. And Angélica Risk got in her own way. But she's been very effective in this match. And the game plan remains the same as it was earlier. keep Nyla Rose out of the ring at all freaking costs.
And Eric Leigh fighting through the corner with Hyena Hera, and there is another tag into Nyla Rose. I don't think Hyena Hera realizes it, but I think she's about to.
But a blind spot tag.
Angélica Risk impressive head scissors there.
And now, Angélica Risk going 505, representing New Mexico. I hate New Mexico, and I hate this.
That's fair. Hey, I was gonna ask.
No, I saw the quizzical look. And there, the gore, reminiscent of her tag team partner, the Boar.
Erica Leigh sending Angélica Risk halfway across the ring. Hyena Hera trying for a roll-up
But
here.
is Hyena Hera gonna steal it?
Just one.
Oh,
boy.
No. Hyena's going extinct. Beast bomb for the win. The Virginia Dream Team reigns supreme. You go ahead and put hyenas on the endangered species list at this point. Hyena Hera just got bombed to oblivion.
TitleMatchNetwork.com